Great Expectations for Charles Dickens. Of jacks and knaves and a sullied, cobweb-covered wedding cake. Should an old shoe be tossed after a coach for good fortune in front of High Street? Whistling as if making nothing of leaving home, towards a past bright future, empty hands cupping tears, dropping slowly upon the rusty gate, to find love again in the ruined gardens of fate. Thank you.
Cobalt blue glass vase with white roses. Stained glass window set aflame by sunlight, the beauty of crystalline silica. Jose Reyes, my husband, father of 4. Eduardo Soto, husband, father of 2. Alberto Lara, husband, father of 3. Hard-working men from Central America, dead from silicosis before the age of 40. Any of them could have cut the stone counter in your kitchen. Dust shot off the circular saw with fury, Jose said. Coated the floor, our clothes, hair, and locker shelves, crept into every tiny passage of our lungs. Just immigrants, not worthy of a mask, not worthy of a water spray to control the dust. Silicosis, incurable, preventable. After a decade cutting stone, he stopped for breath every 10 feet, then wheeled an oxygen tank until his lungs could no longer make use of air. When all the soft parts of his body have found their way into earth, there will remain the bones of my love and a silica sculpture of his lungs. Thank you.
What is the remedy for the thing that ails me? My heart races, wild, scared, seeking shelter from the brutish world. The wind howls, but the clouds don't move. Nothing moves but fear and retribution, the seizure of things by a dark hand that blocks the sun. Even the oligarchs are scared. In the bathroom stalls, their bowels run loose and hot, and stones collect like vengeful gems in the thinning tubes of their waste stream. But last night I dreamt of blackberries in the arboretum by the pond, where herons perch high in the old snag, watching for minnows and frogs. I carried this memory into the doctor's office, where he tells me that my blood pressure is too high. I fear the cuff, the tightening, the hissing of the bulb. What is the remedy for the thing that ails me?
How many poets can dance on the head of a pen? They wrap themselves in words like whirling dervishes, spinning their tumultuous tales, kicking up the dust of history. How they move in a cirque to surrealist parlance of daring on the high wire, like birds diving and twirling through the air, acrobatic cadences, bringing the audience to their feet. They step dance toward a finale, voices fevered in rhythm, arms tight to their sides as they whistle and fiddle with jaunty enjambments, alliterative tapping on wrapped ears, tight-shoed yarn in a syncopated prance. Hear how they trot, gavotte, Their tongues savor some tang of exotic slang, slamming and jamming with glittering wit. Their spirit akimbo, raising Cain, then hitting below the proverbial belt. Thank you.
As a leaf, I'm lush, malleable, silent. Air and sun seep, you gift water. I think you see me. The gusts come, you tether and block. I think you choose me. The rains come, your limbs spread above. I think you protect me. The nights come, I quiver in staggered moonlight. I think you love me. The drought comes, I grasp our parched wick. I think you better me. I wither, chartreuse to chamomile. Stem dry, I'm dropped in a pile of likeness, burnt, brittle, and bronzed. You hear me crunch to dust, mulch for your mast. Here I stray, my specks scatter, sachet. I say, I'm matter. I matter.
Hydrangeas waning with summer's end, once fluorescent purple and fuchsia blooms, now dry and faded, falling limp in the mulch. New blossoms emerge in spring on old wood only. Mother's words honor a child's innocent question, the love in and of all beings, essence and eternal energy, her love unconditional, ever present, the blue sky autumn asters waiting to erupt. Thank you.
Up close, bees dance with red berries. Boughs wave in a light breeze. Green leaves and thorn stems sway in patches of sun and shade. Light shifts a bit as the bees lift off and land. The wings of one brush my forearm on the underside like eyelashes on a cheek or the quick breaths of desire.
Our common thoughts create each present now. Imagination calls it from the dark. Potentiality, exposed and stark, reveals a hidden facet of the Tao. We dream the future into solid form. How much of this is conscious? We may learn the art of guided dreaming, thus we earn the power of the dead while yet we're warm. May women's wisdom rise to take the lead. May truth erupt in the collective mind. May conflicts melt and new connections bind diversity within a common creed. With open hearts, we focus our intent. What privilege to be part of this event.
I crave the woods, not for escape, but for return. Back to barefoot days and sun-kissed skin, where laughter rose like smoke from grandma's stove, sweet and slow. The woods, they know me. They whisper my name in the hush between bird calls and the rustle of sun-soaked leaves. They remember when Daddy sang low under the stars, when Mama's hands stitched warmth into quilts, when cousins ran wild and free through green that held no fences. We'd make our annual sojourn to the homestead, a place built from stones and sweat. We didn't have much, but Lord, we had everything. Now, these trees still stand, like sentinels of peace, cloaked in the calm scent of pine, guarding a time when love came easy and joy was homemade. The birds rise early to wake the sun, and I sit still in their holy choir. The woods bring me back, not just to where I was, but to who I am. Thank you.
Went to my neighbor's funeral yesterday. His 6 children gave talks. 4 pastors spoke. We sang multiple hymns. A pastor said Ben is in heaven with God, and they could hear us singing, and they are joyful. All I know is Ben is not in our neighborhood anymore, and people in 16 houses miss him. Thank you.
Years ago, watching Friday night fights on our 12-inch black and white television, the fights somehow seeming sanitized, more like bare-chested choreography. Even a most brutal, bloody bout, ending with Basilio and Sugar Ray hugging like long-lost brothers or war-torn lovers. But then, on March 24th, 1962, Emil Griffith kills Kid Perrette in the 12th round, the kid earlier calling his closeted foe Maricon, faggot. Griffith, possessed, unleashing 20 punches, Perrette not punching back, not defending himself, the referee becoming a mere up-close bystander. Columnist Jimmy Breslin will call it an execution. The sport no longer looking sanitized, but sadistic. Thank you for listening.
In the final years of his life, W. H. Auden wrote, possibly out of a misplaced generosity toward the more popular but much reviled younger poet, Rod McEwen's poems are letters to the world, and I am happy that some of them have come to me and found me out. Half a century later, it's difficult to imagine the gesture without irony, but I prefer to think it was an act of kindness. Thank you.
Return again and again to your writing desk. Sit with a curious and patient presence. Let your mind soar over your landscape and beyond. Like a California condor over Big Sur in Northern California. Breathe slowly in and out to help you center yourself in the here and now, but also live an expressive life. Be open to new stimuli from the world around you. Notice the way young lovers whisper to each other at an outdoor cafe as you walk by, or how your mood changes when you see an array of colors in a park, like the California poppy's orange and yellow blossoms, the lilac blues haze, and the yarrow's pearly whites. With your mind anchored in the present, allow yourself to remember both the good and terrible times in your life. Learn and grow from these experiences, and remember to dream beyond the bounds of possibility.
Spring has sprung a trigger finger, its sweetness a trap to lure the bees and me and the bees, to the flowers I should have given you before. They greet me from the body we buried in the bed, you who sustained and swam in the well of my head. 16 seasons since I last saw you, waited for you to say my name, while May winds never failed to lay the blame. But there's nothing to forget, because there's no one to forgive, only the pain coiled in my chest and all the life I have left to live. The seasons must think me a poor soul. I never gave you flowers, not even for your stone. Thank you, everyone.
Son of a gun, or when the second shoots the first into the foot. I admit I immigrated to America to make money, build a house, sit in it, open the window and look at the Pacific, enjoying whales, birds and bees. Yes, I let my cat respond the knock on my door. Knock, knock, who is there? And my cat says each time, meow. Only to realize the profound American love for legalized corruption, often mistaken for freedom, is so patriotically proclaimed. And then I was lucky to listen to Mahalia Jackson's singing the traditional American spiritual, He's got the whole world in his hands. Not only being captivated by the simplicity of its magic words, or being fascinated by her innate musicality, but being deeply touched by the genuine tears escaping her eyes. With tears in my eyes, once I became an American just like you. So let me repeat. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got my brothers and my sisters in his hands. He's got all mothers and fathers in his hands. And then he's got a gun in his hand. He's got a mean gun in his hand. He's got a gun in his hand. He's had a bad, bad day and teach the world. He shot a brother in the head. He shot his big brother in the head. He shot a sister in the back. He shot his sweet little sister in the back. He shot a mother in her back. He shot them all in cold blood death. He's got an angry gun on his mind. He's got an angry gun in his ears. He's got an angry gun up his nose. He's got an angry gun in his mouth. He's got a target in his mean eyes. He's got a target in his cold sight. Then, let's not forget. Let us not forget the mean gunner, a misguided MAGA son, misguided by legalized corruption, misguided by an outdated Second Amendment only constitutional lawyers comprehend, misguided by perverse interpretation of freedom, misguided by misguided shareholders. As long as killing machines turn a profit, we just don't care. Misguided by misguided system that promotes the right to kill my world. Yes, now he's got a gun in his hand. He's had a mean gun till his end. And then he's had the whole world in one hand, the same hand that pulled that trigger till his end, the same hand that dropped that blooded gun. What an end, and all the silver bullets in his defense do not help, do not understand. He's got no flowers on his grave. He's got no tears that forgave. And all that automatic gun did not make him that exceptional, free, brave American man. Yes, he's had a violent gun, one of his best. And I I have a painful knot in my chest. And then he's had the whole world in his hands. Yes, he's had my whole world in his hands. Thank you.
No way to settle with the devil. Like I said, there is no way to settle with the devil. There will be a well thought out plan of evil and deceit before you even take your seat at the round table. Note while the devil spoke, hand grenades and explosives were lined inside his coat, and tunnels were being equipped with drones, designing to kill you while watching TV at home. So better not be a fool. Go learn the number one rule of survival. When anyone says they want you, your people, your way of life dead, don't let them mess with your head, having you believing it's okay for women to have no say. They are the victim, you the aggressor, reading from the typical script of an abuser. Like I said, there's no way to settle with the devil. So when the time is right, better strike. Let the lion roar and the eagle soar, or the devil will get his wish. You and yours will cease to exist, because the devil does not dream of peace.
They all raise their heads at oblique angles. Some stand still, some turn 360 degrees, just as Miwok do in deference to cardinal directions before entering any sacred space. This, the shamanistic imperative of the wild. There is something baptismal about the river. Any hike a walk through cloisters of wonder, any view an awakening of awe, of spirit. On winter nights, clear ice on pine boughs glow with the silver light of the stars, makes one feel the air is razor sharp. In summer, smoke of thousands of acres rises to heaven only to descend with ash, blends with young bracken, to incense the air with lupin, sun-warmed pine mat, and a green willow splash of damp stones. Nobody falls to their knees, but for those in love with fire circles, the magical transformative power of oak and cedar coals to life-giving warmth. Just being there is enough to genuflect minds before the ineffable drive to cleanse bodies in founts of fragrant laurel. The toxins of their lungs admit to therapies of wormwood, azalea, bear clover, and aster. Reliquaries of granite full of the silver bones of old oaks, stripped of their bark, lie undisturbed in quiet vaults of dark copses. Lessons of rainbows and falling water, the true nature of light and its gossamer colors, the power of its pathways and its goings. But some do pray while saying goodbye, reluctant, giving Yosemite its final gaze, removing themselves from nature, standing at turnouts on the west end, where they pause to take a last glance at the vivid world of their birthright, then turn again to sit in place, their heads locked forward, returning to their more familiar alien worlds. Thank you.